Hey loves, this is KekeMel and I'm back for another video today. And I promised you guys on Instagram that I was going to do a video on how I achieve a very small waist, when in reality my waist really isn't that small. So I'm going to show you guys before and after pictures of me before my tips and tricks and then me after my tips and tricks on how to achieve a small waist. So let me talk about weight for a quick second. One thing that helped me get the ass and the boobs is me gaining weight. I gained 50 pounds last year, and I'm gonna make a whole separate video of how I gained 50 pounds because I decided I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. I'm gonna tell you guys how I gained 50 pounds. It wasn't just eating, it was something that caused me to eat a ton. So yeah, I'm gonna do a video on that. But with me gaining that 50 pounds, I gained the butt and the hips that I wanted and the boobs that I wanted. I mean, I always naturally had boobs, but they just got more voluptuous or whatever. But I also gained a belly. I gained everywhere. My thighs have insane amount of stretch marks. Like, I think I gained the most weight on my hips and my thighs because the stretch marks on my hips and my thighs are insane, and I didn't get stretch marks anywhere else but there. But yeah, I gained everywhere. So I do have a gut. I think that's how it is for most people. When we gain weight, we gain everywhere. We can't spot gain weight. We can't spot reduce weight. I mean, we try, but normally it's just not attainable to spot reduce weight and be like, let me lose some weight on my stomach and only my stomach, or let me lose some weight on my thighs and only my thighs. Usually that's not feasible, that's not attainable unless you go in for surgery. But in today's video, I want to show you guys what I do to make it look like I have a smaller waist. Now, do be aware that I do this for pictures mainly, or if I'm going out and I'm going to be standing up the whole time. If I'm going out to eat, I'm not about to be uncomfortable. I'm not about to have my stomach shrunk, so I'm not able to eat comfortably. And so if you see me out and about, you're going to see me with my normal waist and my normal stomach. Unless I'm going out and I know, okay, I'm going to take a lot of pictures, I want to be cinched, I want to be snatched, then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to keep on my tricks that I do to achieve my waist that I wish I had, but I don't have. So let me get into my first tip and trick for achieving a unnaturally small waist, even if you are at a larger size. The first thing I want to show you guys is, I mean, I call it a girdle. I don't know what you really call it. I know when I search for it, I search waist cincher. So I don't know if it's a waist cincher or if it's a girdle, but I'm going to show you guys my first step into achieving a small waist. And the things I'm going to be showing you guys today are all brand new because I didn't want to show you guys used underwear. So I bought brand new underwear to show you guys, but these are things that I've been wearing and I have already in my stash. So the first thing that you want to do is you want a waist cincher or a girdle, whatever you want to call it, you want one of those. And they have a lot of girdles that are made with butt lifters. And originally that's what I wore, was a waist cincher that had a built-in butt lifter. It cinched your waist pretty much up till underneath your boobs, and then it had the part that goes around your butt cheek that lifts up your butt cheek. But I realized that there was an issue because my butt is big. And so I would always have to buy an extra large to be able to fit my butt into those butt lifters. But with buying an extra large waist cincher, it wasn't cinching my waist enough because the part that goes around your waist was also extra large. So I really needed a small in the cinching part of my waist, but an extra large for the butt part. And so I had to think of, you know, what is more important to me, the butt lifter part or the waist cincher part? And I realized my butt's good, so I don't really need the butt lifter part. Forget about the butt lifter part. Let me just focus on the waist cinching part. So I went from buying waist cinchers that were extra large because I needed that part for my butt to fit, to buying waist cinchers that are extra small to small so that it could just focus on my waist. Forget about the butt part. So these are the waist cinchers that I buy now. They don't have the butt lifting part at all. And I do wear two waist cinchers. When I was like 150, 160, I would wear one waist cincher, but I realized when I got to higher weights that two waist cinchers worked better for me. So this is the first waist cincher that I wear. And like I said, I don't worry about the butt part because I could not buy a size extra small waist cincher with the butt lifter part because my butt would never fit into that. So I buy the Thong waist cincher. And as you can see, it has boning. It has boning right here and then right here, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. And basically what the boning does is it helps keep your waist cincher up. So your waist cincher doesn't start to roll over, because that's another issue with waist cinchers, is they do tend to roll. And this boning right here helps keep it up and also helps keep your waist in. So this one is the shorter length waist cincher. This one is the one that focuses on your lower stomach, because I have had 2 kids and my lower stomach is the worst part of my body. I wear this so I have extra coverage on the lower part of my stomach, the most cinching I can possibly get with this right here. This is an extra small / small, and I got it from Amazon. It will be linked down below. And do try to get the smallest size you can possibly get to get the most cinching that you can possibly get, obviously, because smaller size is going to cinch you more. And then on top of that, I put this one. Now this one goes up to your boobs. It's the same exact thing, but it has a longer stomach part. So this cinches from your lower stomach all the way up until underneath your boobs. And it has the same boning. It doesn't roll over or anything like that. So the reason why I put this on first and then put this over is I don't want the line of demarcation from this shorter one to show, because if you wore this one on top of this one, you would see the line of demarcation. You will see like there's 2 different underwears on basically. But when you wear it underneath, you don't see that line of demarcation, but you also still get that extra cinching in your lower stomach. So yeah, I put the smaller one on first and the larger one. And if you don't have that lower stomach fat, you'll be fine with just one girdle. I would just get this one, the longer one. But if you do have that lower stomach pouch or have had kids, I would do both. I would do small and then long. So that's the first thing I do. And I think this, out of every single thing I do, makes the most difference in the size of my waist and my stomach. It really cinches it in, and like I said, get you the smallest size you can get, because I was so dumb. Like I couldn't believe that before I was getting the one with the butt lifter, and then because of that I had to get the extra large, and it was still cinching in my stomach. Extra large still did, you know, did its job a little bit, but the extra small is so much better. So yeah, try the smallest size you could possibly try. And y'all, I got a big stomach. I'm a big girl. I'm 78 pounds, and I can wear extra small. You probably can too, or at least medium. So yeah, that's what I start off with. That's the base that I start off with. I start off with 2 girdles, 2 waist cinchers, whatever you want to call them, and I buy the thong version so I don't have to worry about my booty not fitting into the butt lifting part. And I also wouldn't buy the regular underwear version because you don't want the line of demarcation on your butt. You don't want to see that you got granny underwear on. So yeah, I go with the thongs. Part 2 of having a tiny waist is y'all need a belt. You need a high-waisted belt with every outfit. If you notice, every outfit I wear, I have a high-waisted belt on to cinch my waist, y'all. It helps so much more, because whatever the girdle doesn't do, the belt will do. You just make that belt as tight as you can on your waist, and it just pulls in all the extra fat from your waist and your stomach. So I'm going to show you guys all my favorite belts and my newer belts that help with thinning out that waist. So here's one of my favorite new waist cinching belts. Now this is more of an illusion of a waist cincher because it isn't tight enough to actually do any cinching. But when you do have a belt on your upper waist, it still gives you that illusion. Even if it doesn't have the tightness to actually pull in the fat. This I got from Fashion Nova. I'll link it down below. And this is the belt that kind of looks like a Versace belt. It has the lion head right here. And then it has some diamond studs that go around the lion head and then a gold that goes around that. And it's an overall gold belt. Love it. It does give you the illusion, but it doesn't actually do any tightening on the waist. So the next belts I'm going to show you guys are these Gucci belts. These aren't new, but I know these are popular, or they were popular. I don't know if people still wear these as much as they used to. These work as well. Make sure you buy them in a smaller size so they can go around your waist instead of your hips. And these work really well with cinching in your waist and cinching in that fat. And you just make it basically as tight as you possibly can. And look at that. I make my waist basically this small because this is as tight as it goes. So I usually make my waist about that small because that's how tight it goes. And I always put it on the tightest hole just to make my waist as small as I possibly can. So I'm going to show you guys all my new belts from Amazon, all linked down below. And all of these belts are actually belts that don't just create the illusion, but actually cinch your waist. I can't remember the size that I got these belts in. I'll leave that information down below, the size, because I can't remember. One thing that's great for not only creating the illusion of having a smaller waist, but also making it smaller in reality is having a belt that is as thick as can be. So this right here is one of my newer belts, and it has the diamonds that's squared out. And I love these belts that have this kind of stretchy band on it because it's basically the same material as a waist cincher. So you basically have a third waist cincher going around your waist if you have the other two on. So this is like the third one that really brings in your waist, and then the big buckle brings in your waist even more with the illusion of it. So this actually pulls in the fat, and then this creates the illusion. So love this belt. This will be linked down below. So this is the next belt that I have. Also really gorgeous belt. It's also squared off and it has larger diamonds. I can't wait to get some wear out of this belt. This is one of my favorites that I did purchase. Also cinches in your waist. This doesn't have the actual stretchy part, but if you order it in a size small enough, it will still bring in your fat on your sides and on your stomach, and then it still has that illusion in the front with the buckle that helps cinch you in and snatch you up. Another waist cinching belt. And the large GGs definitely cinch in your waist more than the small GGs would. So I really love this belt right here. Got a lot of wear out of it. I don't wear it as much now just because I feel like I kind of wore this out as well. But last year I got so much wear out of this belt, loves. The large GGs, it has it in pearls with gold going around it, and then it has that same stretchy band. You guys can see it's been doing a lot of work because it's really stretched out, and I've been wearing it a lot, or I did wear it a lot last year. It's kind of similar to one of the other belts I showed you, except it has color to it. So this is the next belt. It has green, red, and purple, and then gold around that, and then it has the same belts around here, not the stretchy version. It's kind of suede, and it cinches in your fat, and then the illusion in the front. The great thing about this belt is you can get it in a set. You can get it in the black, and then you can also get it in the white version. So this is the white version. It's still in the plastic. Don't need to take it out because you guys can see what it looks like. So that's the next one. I love this belt so much. Actually, these last two belts I think are some of my favorites. I thought one of the other ones was my favorites, but this one is too. I love anything that's jeweled out. Anything with rhinestones and diamonds, I just love. So this is the next one. Oh, I don't even feel like it translates on camera the way it does in person, but this belt is so cute. So this is a slimmer belt, but it has the rhinestones and diamonds on the buckle, and it is just so sexy. I love this belt. Oh my god, I love it. Hopefully when I try it on, it'll translate better. So I'm going to show you guys my last one. I just ran downstairs, so I'm out of breath. I'm going to show you guys the last belt that I wanted to show you guys for today. And this happens to be, oh, so gorgeous. I got to be careful with it. Diamond encrusted belt, love. I can't wait to style this belt. Although I'm scared that before I even get to style it or wear it, it's going to break. It's super, super, super delicate. It's all diamonds. All diamonds or rhinestones. So this is the belt right here. And cinch yourself in, but don't make it too tight because this belt will break. So you don't want to cinch in this belt too much because it is very delicate. But basically you cinch it in and then it kind of goes like this. Oh, And obviously my waist is a lot smaller than that, so it would cinch it more. Let me try to cinch it in more and have more hang. Let's see. I don't want to break this belt. Oh, actually, I'm not gonna fool with it. I'm just gonna show you guys what it looks like in a picture or video because I don't want to keep messing with it and break it. So I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like on me. That is the very last belt I have for you guys today. I hope my tips and tricks work for you guys. Even if you're not into the whole high-waisted belt thing, definitely try the girdles. And you don't even need 2 girdles. You can try 1 girdle first, and if 1 girdle doesn't do enough for you, you can try 2. You can try 2 long ones, 2 short ones, but I just personally like to wear a short one and a long one on top of that, just for that extra cinching of the lower belly fat. Love you guys so much. Stay tuned for my next video. Bye, loves.